Hey everyone, welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Kelly Pally, and today we're returning to a list you all really adored the last time around, the Top 10 Zelda Fan Theories Part 2. Since these theories have some serious heft behind them, let's just jump right in. And at number 10 are rupees aren't gems. Many video games allow for an unrealistic inventory size, but it's something we generally suspend our disbelief over. For some, that is. This theory spawns from the idea that it wouldn't be possible for Link to carry the large amounts of rupees that one is capable of collecting in the games. The theory suggests that rupees are actually a currency of energy, and that the gems we encounter are simply containers for said energy. And at number 9 is the fierce deity's identity. There's a few theories kicking around as to where the fierce deity stands. One suggests the fierce deity is a god, and Majora is actually a demon. The fierce deity has a gold triangle on its chest, which has led to speculation that it's the fourth piece of the Triforce. Additionally, other fans think that the fierce deity is evil, a much more powerful evil than Majora, who fears it. Then on top of that, there's the theory that it's Link's counterpart, since everyone in Hyrule has a counterpart in Termina. And at number 8 is the KOKIRI extinction. During Ocarina of Time, we witnessed two different timelines with Link in his childhood and Link in his adulthood. In his childhood timeline, the KOKIRI are a peaceful forest race, and are quite present. And in his adulthood, after the Deku tree dies, at the end of the first dungeon as an adult, the dead tree drops a seed which begins to sprout. But when Link is sent back into his child timeline, he doesn't replant the Deku tree seed. In Twilight Princess, which occurs in his childhood timeline, there are no KOKIRI. This has led many to speculate that their race goes extinct since there was no Deku tree to protect them, with Link unintentionally being the culprit. And at number 7 is parallel dimensions. With this one being questionable due to the official timelines we've been given, some have speculated that the games happen in parallel dimensions. This theory spawned from Breath of the Wild, operating under the idea that its plot takes place eons after the previous games, which led them to question how discrepancies like the Temple of Time, Rito from Wind Waker, and places being named after characters could exist in that game. Enter the games occurring in parallel dimensions, where they reflect one another, similar to the multiverses we find in comic books. And at number 6 is Super Mario 3 stage play. While this theory has been somewhat confirmed, specifically that Super Mario 3 is a stage play, another theory links that game to Hyrule. The basis of this is that there's a few Super Mario references in the franchise, like the Super Mario mask in Majora's Mask, and the Bowser clasp that appears in a few games. And the Mario warp whistle is similar to the whistle-esque instrument in the first Zelda game. I mean, hey, it could just be Nintendo crossover, but there's a lot of little things that keep popping up. And at number 5 is the Gerudo race evolved into Twilight. A few fans have noted that the Gerudo have all but disappeared from the games, despite evidence of their civilization being prominent in Twilight Princess. Ganondorf, being the one male Gerudo born every 100 years, was their king, and led them into battle against Hyrule. They lost and their population dwindled. Those that remained fled through the Mirror of Twilight, the gateway to the Twilight Realm that you find in the Gerudo Desert. This theory is also supported by Midna telling Link that her people's king fell because of his greed, which some fans have read into as a reference to Ganondorf. And at number 4 is temples in Ocarina of Time. This theory revolves around the idea that the temples in Hyrule in the game are remnants of a holy war. The temples are filled with traps, and incredibly hard to get through at times, plus in complete ruins despite holding very valuable and powerful magical artifacts. This theory suggests that the temples are in this condition because there was a holy war, and that the religion the temples belonged to were eradicated. But the structures still remain despite being damaged. The traps suggest that someone didn't want their magic to be used again, hence the difficulty in traversing through them. The theory by Reddit user The Purple Ghost dives into specifics for each temple and how the areas around them have been tampered with, in a way that feels like they were intentionally secluded, and the full theory is definitely worth checking out. And at number 3, Twilight Princess villains created Majora's Mask. We've talked a lot about Majora's Mask, especially in our previous list, and with a game that rich, it shouldn't be a surprise that more theories circulating it are on this list too. Anyway, this one deals with the Twilight Princess baddies and them creating the Majora's Mask. Long story short, the Sheikah end up getting lost in the Lost Woods, travel through the wormhole to Termina and create the Majora's Mask in order to channel an ancient demon's power. They end up building the stone tower as a tribute to its power, but then they got cocky, and the mask's power got out of control. But the fierce deity saved them, and teleported them back to Hyrule, with no time passing at all there. Twilight Princess occurs earlier in the timeline than Majora's Mask, so it could possibly make sense, and other fans have noticed that there's some similar aesthetics between the two games. And at number 2 is Link is dead. This theory revolves around Majora's Mask as an offshoot of the 5 stages of grief theory that we mentioned in our last list. This theory suggests that Link is in purgatory and is dead. What supports it? The fall through the hole, the almost existential search for a lost friend, Navi, who is likely dead if that theory pans out, and that all the different cities in Termina match up with the 5 stages of grief. Link needs to traverse all of these in order to accept his own death and move on. Plus, Link has an elegy statue like the other characters, all of which appear rather morbid. And finally, at number 1 is Breath of the Wild timeline. Speaking of Link being dead, let's talk about Breath of the Wild. The game opens up with Link waking up, as per usual, except this time he's in a place called the Shrine of Resurrection, hinting to the idea that Link had died. Now let's jump back to Ocarina here. The only time Link's death has been canon was in the alternate timeline in Ocarina, the one called The Heroes Defeated, leading to Ganon destroying Hyrule. And what's happening in Breath of the Wild? This has led to the speculation that Breath of the Wild is the result of that alternate timeline. I know, what do you guys think? Alright, there we have it, friends. Are there any of these theories that you don't think stand up? Let us know in those comments below. And if you want more gaming lists about iconic franchises like Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, or Sonic, hop on over to our channel and check out our most popular uploads playlist. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally and this has been Top 10 Gaming. I'll catch you on the next one.